money when I am renovating?
That is another loaded question. So my question would be, well, where do you want to invest it, and where, what are your plans for the future? So if you're renovating to sell your house in the next year or two, then my answer is going to be very different than if you're going to be staying in your house for the next 10, 15, 20 years. So if you're going to be selling the next couple years, then kitchens, bathrooms, flooring, paint, making the house look pretty, giving it a facelift is going to give you the best bang for your buck, assuming you don't, put 100 grand into your kitchen, those types of things. And there's all sorts of blog posts and information out there that you can find online about where to invest and which one's going to give you the best bang for your buck. And it actually varies from city to city as well. So you can find that information out there. If you're planning on staying for 5, 10, 15, 20 years in the house, I always say renovate it so that you can enjoy it, because you can't predict what the style is going to be in the next 5 to 10 years. You don't know what the next purchaser is going to be looking for. So I say renovate to whatever is within your budget. So everybody's budget's going to be a little bit different, and then renovate to so that you can enjoy the house. And then if you decide to sell in the next 5, 10 years, however long it is, then you can maybe do a few little things to switch it up at that point based on your meeting with your real estate agent at the time, or based on the market, or whatever it may be. Now, if we're talking about building, once again, if you're building a custom home, you're likely not going to be building it to sell within the next year or two. If so, same sort of things. People are looking, as much as it kills me to say, they're looking more for the cosmetic stuff. I hope, at least where we are, that's going to be changing in the near future, and they'll be looking at not only that, obviously that's important, design is important, but also the performance of a home. So I think money should be put into the performance of a home, especially if you're staying long term. So I would say focus on the envelope. So the envelope would be like your wall assembly, making sure your home is airtight, high quality triple glazed windows. And then when you make your home more airtight, you're going to need a better ventilation system. We could talk about that on another question. But focus on the envelope and the performance of your home so that you can drop your utility costs. Because if there's one thing that's not going down anymore, it's utility costs. Those are going up. So if you're building a house that you're going to stay in for a long term, make sure that it's energy efficient, and put in products that are healthy. Put in products that aren't going to be off-gassing. Put in products and build your house in a way that's going to promote, or renovate if you're renovating, in a way that's going to promote healthy living and make everybody feel good and happy with nice properly placed windows that bring sunlight into the space, and maybe even add some heat when the sun's, depending on where you're living in the world, what time of season it is, and get into all sorts of different things. But it's going to vary from project to project, from person to person, depending on what their needs are. But ultimately, first address whatever your needs are, and then from there you can address on where the money's going to go.